What's up, everybody? I-84 here, live, Redding, Pennsylvania, the Book Explorers. We had just did a bunch of things yesterday. Went to Digger World in New Jersey, which is like a place we could use farm equipment, or construction equipment, I should say. As you've probably seen in the video before this. Also, we went to Fighting Phil's First Energy Stadium, finally parked AA team out of the Philadelphia Phillies. And right now, I am walking over to a dead mall. This is the Berkshire Mall. Now, I don't know if this is considered a dead mall or a dying mall, because we went yesterday. I wanted to give a fair assessment. We went on Saturday night, and it was people there. It wasn't crazy, but the stores still in business, but nothing, no like really name brand stores. More or less just like a bunch of mom and pops and some really old stores that are kind of closed in bigger malls these days, like an FYE and a Claire's and stuff like that. So it's Sunday, so the store's probably gonna be closed. I'm walking over there anyways, see if I can get in. Sometimes at the mall walkers, because I really wanted to document the architecture of this mall. It was built in the 70s, and it looks like they haven't updated it since the 70s. No neon, which was big in the 80s malls, but just the old brown brick color, tile on the floor, stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do without getting in trouble. So follow me, will you? See you soon. All right, so as you approach the mall, there's a Bank of America in the parking lot, which kind of looks old, which I'll show you in a second. Kind of matches the decor of the mall. It was built in 1970, or opened in 1970. Construction plan started in the 1960s. It was the first enclosed mall in Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, in the Philadelphia area. A lot of incidents in this mall. Sears was the first anchor to want to jump in on this mall. And there were several others along the way. But there was an incident that I'm going to try to find the footage when we get to there about a fountain and the girl falling in the fountain. Apparently it's on YouTube. It went viral. So I'm going to check it out. But let's first just walk the perimeter of the mall and get a sense here. There's a food court on the second floor. It doesn't even look like there's a second floor in this mall. But there is, because we went up there yesterday. So, all right, let's check this out. First I'm going to show you the Bank of America. It's a really old school bank in the parking lot. It's definitely some 70s dark brick design right there. Very crazy. So this is the entrance that we went into yesterday. Now from the front, it kind of looks like it's just like a generic kind of nothing special going on right there. I think that does take us into this hallway that had a couple food court places. That looks like an old JCPenney's maybe, or Boss Cars or something like that. That's closed right now. And then obviously get the Sears that's over here. So let's check out the Sears first. Look over here, this is definitely some kind of store that they were trying to do what malls are doing now, have the outdoor and indoor sections. And this looks like it was kind of the pioneer, but I can't tell if that's it's not an entrance, because it's definitely a store top right there. Probably added later on in an addition, I would imagine. Doesn't seem like it was very natural kind of be there. Same with this thing right here. I think they added this section over here as an addition, but closed, nothing in there. And so we're gonna love to document these old Sears, because they're, like, you know, Sears went out of business a few years ago, and there's not a lot of, you know, existing structure left, especially as old as this. This is original. Most of the Sears did a kind of remake over in the 90s. They kind of changed their brands, their coloring, all this stuff. This did not have a makeover. This was the original deal. Look, it still has the merchandise pickup sign from probably originally they opened the mall. Merchandise pickup. This is where it says if you got something big that didn't have in the store, you'd go around the back and put your car up and then bring it out to you. I don't know if the stores even do that anymore. I think Best Buy just brings out the front door, but Sears had their own entrance in the back. This is cool. It's going to Human Resource Department. Crazy. I didn't notice the door over here. Let's see. Use front entrance. Let's see inside. Still has the cash reps and everything. Wow. This Sears looks like it's been frozen in time. And everything in there looks pretty much original from what it was. Probably from 1970. So we're talking about 50 years ago. 53 years ago. Which is really cool. I love the brickwork. Totally out of style. No one uses it anymore, but they have a fully intact original Sears Auto Center over here that I'm gonna check out right now. It still looks like nothing's changed in all those years. I'm gonna check that out right now. She is. Sears Tire Center, Auto Center, what they call it. Looks like it's intact. It's pretty original. Sears did quite a lot of business back in the day, servicing vehicles. The one in Saugus, which I've documented them all a few times in Massachusetts, I used a lot for tires when I was working. It's just convenient. Not the most cheapest in town, but most convenient. Alright, so it looks like they had this like express window over here, which I've never seen before actually in a Sears Auto Center. I don't know if this is something that was original that they got rid of over the years. That's probably why I've never seen it, because it doesn't look like they changed this very much. It looks like if you need express service, you drive in here. Regular service, drive there. Pretty cool. It's a Sunday morning. It is muggy. July 2nd, current date of this video. So no one's around. This place is like ghost mall. I'm wondering if they open early for mall walkers. I don't know if they do or not, but check it out. Oh, they have a merchandise pickup over here. All right, so imagine if you bought tires or rims or anything that's vehicle used. I guess you could get it, buy it, and then you go to a little dock over there, pick it up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a little Auto Center sign. The sign was probably definitely updated since the 70s, but it's still pretty old. That's the backside. Now, as I was walking over here, I noticed something over here on the stairs. Oh, look at that entrance. You don't ever see entrances like that anymore. I know I've said it before, but in many ways, Sears was a one-shop stop in a lot of things for vehicles, appliances, clothing. My family went to Sears a lot when we were younger, but they just couldn't keep up with the times, you know. They weren't innovative enough, I don't think. There's no really much difference than what they're doing than Walmart's doing, you know, except it is, I guess they weren't cheap enough. They didn't market good enough. They missed out on the online boom, which they could have took advantage of. I bought plenty of stuff there, appliances, electronics, you know, tools. They had the Craftsman contract. I mean, come on, how do you screw that up? One of the best, well, was best before they started making it in China, but when it was made in USA, their quality tools never broke. So, and they're at a lifetime guarantee. So, I don't know, it's just 100-year company just falls apart. It's kind of depressing. Wow, look at this right here. So, look at these light fixtures. These light fixtures got to be original. These are from the original opening of the mall. Look at this entrance. These lights are amazing. Like, this is the architecture that's missing in modern malls these days. They don't really take this stuff into consideration. Look at that right there. All right, so as we walk this way, it looks promising. Looks like we got some cars in the parking lot, so there might be some availability for some mall walkers, but we'll see. It does look like an updated sign. Probably 10, 15 years ago they updated it, I would imagine, by the looks of it. Alright, first door was locked. This seems like more of a main entrance over here. Usually they only unlock one entrance at a time. So like a lot of malls built in the 70s, the 60s, they didn't have this one little service bay area where one would go and be like for all the stores to use. These malls had their own doors in the back of all their stores, which easier to get product in and out, I guess. If you're getting deliveries in the morning before people here, it's kind of an eyesore. You really can't do anything with it. Other than that, I know the Liberty Tree Mall still has several stores like that. Brockton Mall, same thing. It was really convenient when I worked in the Brockton Mall, because what I did was I worked in the back room. I just opened the door and I was ready to go. But I have to go down a long way like I had to do when I went to work in the Saugus Mall.
Get ready to feel a little guilty for laughing on this one. Here is our latest and greatest evidence that no one should attempt to walk and text at the same time.
Now, this girl right here, she's walking, she's texting, and goes whoop straight into the fountain. It all went down recently at a mall in Pennsylvania.
The best part might just be her reaction. Just get up and walk away and hope no one saw it. Don't worry, no one did see it, except thankfully for the surveillance camera.
And there's an iPhone app that does let you see in front of you through your camera as you text. So if you really got to walk and text, try that app.
Back outside. I hope you guys can hear it, but it looks like the boss car. I didn't go inside. It's a 3 level. They actually excavated part of the lot and actually built them all up. So there's 2 levels when you go in there, but then there's a 3rd level down the basement that the store only has. Interesting. Really, I've seen this technique built with malls of underground delivery, like the Braintree Mall, and I guess the North Shore Mall has it to an extent. Very interesting. Looks like Bosch Cars had their own underground delivery, and there's the customer pickup over there, which you don't see very much anymore. And I think this place came in here in the late 70s. They took over for a place that was already there, but very interesting, very innovative. More stuff she did. There's another structure out there, probably an old bank or something. Matches the mall. There's quite a couple around the same time as the mall, which you see very common in these older malls. They had a whole little community around the mall. Match them all. Alright, so things to know. If you're coming to this mall and you want to walk around on a Sunday, doors open at 9:45. I walked around the mall for a little while until I was able to get in. So I was talking to one of the mall walkers in there, and they're like 9:45 they open on Sunday. So shop's open at 11. Keep in mind. Okay, a few other things about this mall. A few other things about these things. In the time, people sometimes are critical of my videos of this mall, of malls in general, dead malls, live malls, whatever. I don't do it to be derogatory. I do it more to document the architecture of the malls, because to be honest with you, these malls aren't going to last forever, and they're going to be gone pretty soon. And the architecture and design, style, and the ambiance that was once there in a booming mall that's now not so much anymore will be lost forever. And if it's not documented, we never know what it would be like. We'll never know what it looked like, how it felt to be in there and stuff like that. So these are absolutely no reason to be derogatory towards any of the properties of that. With that said, this isn't a dead mall, because I was here Saturday, it was lively. It's a dying mall in the fact that it's not being really maintained or updated, and a lot of stores in there aren't the big top stores that you would see in a remote high-end or a busier mall. Okay, that's what a lot of similarities in this mall that I noticed from other malls I've been to, especially in this area of the country. It reminds me a lot of the Steamtown Mall, with some of its design, and the center court, the elevator and the stairs going up. That's also in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It had some vibes of the Arty Mall, as I was thinking of, in southern central New York. So if you Google this mall, there's a lot of pop culture in there. There's a couple fires in here, a couple incidents. Like I told you about the water fountain thing, which you see in the video I posted. I think I posted it in this video. The mall has some history. It's 50 years old, and it looks 50 years old. It's on a major route, which is very convenient. What can be done with this mall? I don't know. They built this shopping plaza over here, well, 20 years ago, called Berkshire West, and has big of the box stores over there, you know, for the most part. I'm sure the mall does fine. I'm sure it makes money. I just don't think malls like this in general will be around very long, unfortunately, because the way of shopping and retail has changed significantly. But if you get a chance to check this mall, architecturally, very, very cool. Nice easy walk. It's just standard straight off mall with two anchor stores at each end, one main anchor store in the middle with a central entrance, and then doubled flanked entrances at the anchor stores. So very traditional style mall, typical of the design of the era. So thank you guys for watching. It is muggy as hell today. I'm walking back to the hotel, heading off to actually check out another mall, a more popular mall, if you will, in the area that probably had a lot to do with the death of this mall, since it's only about a half hour away. So you'll see that video at a later date. But thank you guys for watching. Please leave your comments below if you've been to this mall, you know anything more about this mall that I didn't tell you. And see you guys soon. See you later. Bye. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe and click the alarm so whenever you get notification, we get new ones. See you later.